What's up, banana bunch? Bunch? Bunch?
Welcome to the Junglejims podcast. What's up, Banana Bunch? You know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Junglejims podcast. Welcome to the show. Look, I'm doing a very special episode this week because you've all been requesting Eastgate content for a while. And I know you don't pay attention to me enough because when I posted Eastgate, you don't seem to notice that. But we have a big Eastgate surprise here. Can you already tell the disdain I have? I'm holding everyone in contempt. But we are opening. Well, we're not opening. These gentlemen are opening. They've just opened a brand new restaurant location of their brand Clean Eats over at the Eastgate store. It's awesome. Actually, I'll say this right now. I ate my sample yesterday and it went unreasonably hard. Yeah, I mean, I would say that even if you weren't in the room, genuinely. So anyway, on that, let me just turn it over. Boys, would you introduce yourselves? We'll start here.
Yeah, Brandon Kress.
Yep, and Chase Whitehead. This is our fourth location of Clean Eats, and we just opened last week, and people are excited, we're excited, and the reception has been great already.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, and the food's great. We were just talking before, we made a TikTok on it the other day, and it's performing very well.
Yeah. It was the chest bump.
I think it was. Listen, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys were willing to do it. I was like, all right, perfect. We got a good closer for this. People love it. The crowd response was good, and it was really, look, we're on the internet, so it's very refreshing when the audience is just like, we actually like this place, versus, either asking questions, which I'm cool with. Yeah, the occasional sardonic response.
I went through the comments to check them, and I was very happy when I'm going through. It's like, oh, we love this place. Oh, I lost 70 pounds in this place. I'm a fat person. Can I go in there?
I saw that. I was like, quickly. I'm a fat person in here right now. I was like, who do you think they made this for?
I was like, we're trying to make everyone healthier.
Yeah.
And that's, so no judgment. Come on in, check us out.
Yeah. So what is the Clean Eats mission? I'm obviously familiar with it, but like, what was the impetus behind this?
Yeah, so I mean, Clean Eats started by Don and Evonne Varady down in Wilmington, North Carolina, about 12 years ago, when they started franchising 10 years ago.
Okay.
But the whole mission was to just make people's lives healthier. And they started in Wilmington when it didn't have a Trader Joe's, it didn't have healthy options around, and people would drive for an hour to pick up their meals for the week.
Smart.
And they're bodybuilders themselves, which is where a lot of meal prep kind of started.
Sure.
Right? And so it really does meet the needs of people that are trying to lose weight or people that are trying to put on lean muscle mass, right?
Sure.
And everything in between. We have people that are aging boomers who are like, I don't like cooking for myself, or, the traveling soccer mom, which kind of is our family right now,
right? And
we throw it in, just makes life easier, right? And so it's healthy, affordable, convenient, and flavorful food.
Yeah, again, not that I should not have been impressed. Obviously, you've got a real kitchen in there, so you're making it, because you can also buy it, like, I almost called it live, but you know what I mean? Like, you can buy it,
it's a real restaurant,
right in there, right. Yeah. But taking it home, I was impressed by the freshness of the ingredients, the quantity, and again, it's I picked the brisket mac to try. I was like, all right, this is probably going to be one of the thicker, for sure, and I could see why, because the flavors were incredible, but the portions were right. And what I generally eat fairly clean as a fellow fat person from the internet earlier. I generally eat fairly clean. I'm a quantity guy though, so like for me, this is one of those things where it's like, oh, I ate the box and then I was done and then it was over and we're all safe. You know?
And the issue with that is a lot of people do overeat, but they're overeating because they're not eating the right things, right?
Sure.
Our meals are macro balanced, meaning really it's the protein that a lot of people don't get enough of.
Sure.
I also am a personal trainer, and majority of which are women. They do not eat enough protein, right?
Sure.
But in general, the population does not get enough protein. And when you do, guess what? You're not actually that hungry after you're done.
Yeah. Sated, full, all that good stuff too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a disappointing moment to notice when I was like, oh my gosh, that's a proper portion of pasta? Okay, cool, Mark. Back to the drawing board, baby. You know what I mean? This was my other take. I'm eating it, and I was like, this is pretty good. But by the time I got to the end, I was like, this is one of the greatest goddamn bowls of mac and cheese I've ever eaten in my life. I mean, I'm no joke.
Love it.
I was honestly probably a little annoying to listen to yesterday.
There's a reason top sellers are all mac and cheese based.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's comforting, it's classic. But I mean, you guys, and it's not just that, obviously. You have like a whole litany of items there.
Yeah, and we hear great things about the stuff on the menu you come in, but I just got comment after comment when I shared that we were opening because people were excited to try like several different meals that we've had. And the feedback's always good, which is one of the biggest things with this. I'm extremely picky. He'll eat anything.
Yeah.
But I'm picky, and when I get a meal that I'm like, I've had this before and it's not good, and it tastes good. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I guarantee anybody that comes in here is going to be happy.
I'm stoked because, one, we're always trying to figure out a good. I don't go to Eastgate as often. I'm usually there like once or twice a week.
Yeah, your listeners have told us.
I know, right? I mean, seriously, I know the TikToks always crack me up. They're like, why don't you do this at Eastgate? I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but literally the previous post, the opening line was, "I'm here at Eastgate right now," and I'm just like, maybe clean that up out of your ear. Yeah,
Show
exactly. I'm here, you know. But I'm always looking for. We have our lunch rotation. I'm trying to break it up a little bit because, like the other catch is, I've historically always been a pack my lunch kind of guy because it helps me control a lot of the intake, all that kind of stuff. So when I'm over there, I find myself eating regular meals out, which is not only costly, but obviously, I mean, you've been to a restaurant, you know how they do.
Yep.
They're like, what can I put cheese and bacon into that didn't necessarily need it? And I'm like, all right, I will try that, right? But having that as an option is really exciting to me. And we've been talking about it a bunch internally. We're like, cool, this is great. And then obviously the meal prep angle is a really smart one too. Yeah. I mean, how often do you really think I want to spend my Sunday nights making dinner for the next couple of days?
And that's where the real life change happens that we see with our customers. Right?
Yeah.
Is when they incorporate into their everyday meal, not just I'm going to go have a healthy bowl once a week or twice a week, right? I mean, how do you make it into your regular routine where this is what you're eating and you're doing it over time? And even and they throw them in the freezer. Yeah. And it's like, all right, I didn't get to eat, like I didn't get to grab something yet. Like you always turn to the quick fast food option. Well, no, I've got something that I can stock and throw into the microwave and have in less than 5 minutes.
That's what I was going to say too. I mean, I was like 3.5, and I have a shitty old microwave, so I was just like, 3.5 minutes, and this is ready to rock and roll. I was completely pleased. Yeah. And I am the type that like time. I know I was just complaining to you off air. I'm like, I never have enough time. But weirdly, when it comes to cooking, I suddenly find all of the time. Yeah. But this is great. I mean, seriously, it was one of those things where, especially on a day like yesterday where the clocks fell back, so I knew I was already going to be screwed up time-wise, it really hit in a lot of regards. Yeah. So you did kind of just touch on this with the bowls. Let's walk through the menu at the restaurant itself, too. Yeah. What's the lineup look like?
I would stack our lineup against anyone.
Yeah.
We have stellar build-your-own bowls where you pick your base, so it can be brown rice, rosemary potatoes, it can be whole wheat pasta, it can be spinach. There's a litany of options, and then you pick your protein. And the proteins we have are turkey burn ends. I'm going to put a plug for them. They taste like brisket. They are delicious and much healthier for you.
I had those for the first time, which I don't know why I waited so long. They are to die for. I mean, so good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
By the way, just to cut in real quick, I eat the same thing. I told you I'm picky, right?
No, but that's cool.
I found what I like. I eat the same thing probably, honestly, like 97 times out of 100. Yeah. Like almost 100%.
What's the thing?
Buffalo chicken wrap.
Okay.
Make it a little special, but buffalo chicken wrap. It's awesome also.
Sweet.
You like some extra sriracha on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
make it spicy,
Yeah,
right?
that's fine.
But now I'm switching up because I tried this finally. I'm like, what was I waiting for? Like, why did I wait so long? It is so good. You have to, like, if nothing else, go to the cafe and get it now.
Okay, perfect. I'm in. I'll see you on Thursday.
So build your own bowls. They're gluten-free. Most of the options are gluten-free. You've got your proteins where you can do salmon. You can do beef. You can do chicken. You can do shrimp. We've got a black bean burger.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So there's different options that you can pick, and you pick your sauce, you pick your vegetables, and that's your bowl, right?
Perfect.
We have flatbreads, which are basically like pita breads almost that are folded over into a sandwich, and those are my favorite item on the menu is the turkey burn end Cuban.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Flatbread. That we make, which is amazing.
That sounds incredible, actually.
And we also have the bacon chicken ranch flatbread, which is amazing and a popular one. But
I'm sure.
We have those. We have wraps, lots of different wrap options that are delicious. And then we have burgers. We have bison burgers. We have turkey burgers. We have black bean burgers, and you can do salmon fillet as your burger. So lots of great options.
And then we have also, I don't think you mentioned this, but smoothies as well as another great add-on. We make our own. I'm actually drinking right now. Clean Eats protein.
Oh, cool.
And it's great. It's clean. So we use that in every single smoothie. But then on top of that, we've been selling iced protein coffees. So not just iced coffee, but it's protein in it, which is becoming more and more popular. We've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And they are awesome.
Look, Starbucks is out here. Yeah, I was going to say, Starbucks is going to try and copy. They won't
Right.
compete.
Right.
Yep.
I actually think they might have just come
I
out
think
with
they
their-
did. Yeah, I saw the other day. We tried they now are putting protein in their foam for their coffees,
Yeah.
which I was just like, okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Listen, it tasted fine. That was the real trick.
Wherever
Where I
you
was
get a
like,
little more protein. you
for
know.
sure. Yeah, I was just like, I guess sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm not always the target customer. I was like, yeah, it doesn't need to be in the foam, but you know.
And honestly, what people are most shocked by, they come in like we have fudge, we have Buckeyes,
Yeah.
we have our Clean Crunch like snack mix.
I was gonna say, I think I got that in a TikTok too, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, while I was filming, I meant to ask something, but I was like, I'll just talk to them later about that.
Yeah, I grew up knowing it's puppy chow mix. It's like
Okay,
rice Chex mix.
sure,
You
yeah.
know, and so we're just using healthier ingredients.
Love
we
it.
know at the end of the day, people still have indulgences. They still want to
Of
snack.
course.
They still want to do those things. So how do we pack it with protein to help satiate you? We also add healthier ingredients so that you're just, doing something better for yourself.
Sure. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. A little extra fiber, a little less sweetness. You know what I mean? Or actual sugar, rather. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How'd you guys get involved with this? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming the personal training probably leaned in a little bit to it, right?
Yeah, I'll start with my story, and then it kind of. I mean, he has his own story, but
Yeah.
they obviously merged at some point. So I got into Orange Theory Fitness because, long story there, but my wife, and then we looked into it, ended up jumping in, right?
Yeah.
So that was back in 2014. We got involved there, opened our first 2 stores in 2016, and then his sister actually came and worked for me. She was one of my studio managers for a little
cool.
bit. But we also knew each other back from UC. We were in the same fraternity, so our paths crossed there as well. And at some point, his sister had mentioned to me like, "Hey, Brandon's looking into franchising. Would you want to talk?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Sure, absolutely." And from there we met, and I'll let you kind of fill in some of those gaps. I think.
Yeah, my wife and I were looking at starting a business. I didn't know what. Through just networking, I got connected with a franchise broker, and Clean Eatz was one of them that I was looking at and doing due diligence. And as I was looking at franchise, I didn't know a whole lot about franchising, and I reached out to anyone who I knew was in franchising.
Sure.
And so Chase and I talked, and as I was doing my due diligence and just looking at these businesses, Clean Eatz, honestly, I didn't want to be in the food business. I worked at Red Lobster when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's just an industry that I didn't expect to be back in.
Sure.
Right? And I know it's a competitive industry. It's a challenging industry. I couldn't hard boil an egg when I was in college. So, do I have a right to own a restaurant, right? And so, which is why prepared meals is up my alley, right?
Sure.
It's like totally up my alley. But
I'm not just a president. I'm also a member.
exactly. So when Chase and I talked, he was interested. He said, "Hey, Stephanie, I've been looking for something that would complement the Orange Theory aspect of what they were doing."
Sure.
He also said, "People ask me every day, what should I eat in order to see the results?" And there wasn't really a good answer.
Sure.
There wasn't a silver bullet, if you will.
There wasn't an easy answer. I could tell you what you should eat, but
Sure.
for you to go then do that was very hard for
that's
people.
the worst part.
And going back to meal prep, like people do that, but then you're eating the same meal for 4 or 5 days, right? And that's one of the things with meal prepping that is so hard. You're just like, I don't want to do that again, right? It's the time to do it, and it's also I just don't want to eat the same thing,
Right.
And this was a solution for that problem that I had for all my members at Orange Theory. And yeah, when he said it, I kind of perked up. I was like, oh, that one to me is the one that like stands out, right? Some of the other ones were like, it's out there, and people I'm sure can be successful. But if you're looking, for me, I was looking for growth, right?
Sure.
And if you're looking for growth, it's got to be something kind of newer or doing something different. And Clean Eatz just really stood out to me. And, in that conversation, it came out. It was like, maybe it could be something we go in on. And I was like, hadn't really thought about it, but actually maybe. And then we started talking. We, he had the in there. We got on some calls with corporate. We had the franchisee calls. And very quickly, he and I really didn't know each other that well at all. We knew of each other, but that was it. But very quickly, we were like, we got to go down to Wilmington together and check this out.
Yeah.
And that's what the trip that turned into, all right, well, let's learn about each other more than we know.
Sure.
And so we drove down to Wilmington. We stayed at one of your buddies' places one night, and then we shared a hotel room. We talked all the way down, talked all the way back. But we
wrote down business ideas,
everything.
brainstorming.
We're driving back in a snowstorm, just writing everything we possibly could.
Not the driver.
Yeah, not the driver. Yeah, but that was the trip where it was like, okay, we got to get to know each other to see, can we be business partners? Are our heads in the right spot?
Absolutely.
And, at the end of the day, we both feel that the other has the right end goal in mind, the right intentions behind things, and that's where we were like, yeah, let's jump in, let's do it. So we bought 3 of the 4 licenses for the area at the time, and then have since bought 1 more. So now we have 4.
Yeah, because you guys are like Newport, Kentucky. I know that one. Is it Bridgetown? Is that one of them?
Yeah, on the west side. Yeah.
Okay, and there's
Green Township,
the third one that
Montgomery.
I don't remember.
Montgomery.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one I meant to say.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then there is another one in Westchester.
Okay.
And so when we were down there, the other potential owners were down there at Wilmington, and they're great operators. I mean, we actually it's really cool. He mentioned that we were in a fraternity together. Clean Eats for us feels a little bit like a fraternity.
Sure.
Because there are so few that are, but everyone, there's 130, and there's a decent number, but we got in kind of on the ground floor for the most part, and we have grown, and it's just been like Don and Evonne, the founders. If I give them a call, they're going to either pick up or they're going to call me right back.
Sure.
And
should we call them now?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That'd be great. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're live right now.
But
We're not
it's
editing.
So there's a good thoroughfare of owners that we have a good relationship with: Columbus, Cleveland, Louisville, Nashville. So
that's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about the meal prep side, did I see the other day, or maybe we talked about this, was there like a bit of a membership or a club or something like that does something? Am I saying that wrong?
I'm so glad you asked. There is no membership. There's no recurring anything, but there is the meal plan.
Okay.
Right? So if you sign up for the meal plan, all you're signing up for is to receive an email every week, because the meal plan is going to change. The menu is going to change every single week. We're going to come out with 6 or more options, 1 breakfast, 5 lunches or dinners, plus now we're throwing in a pizza, and a premium meal, and different things like that. But that's all you're signing up for, is to see the menu.
Sure.
And if you want to order, you do. If you don't want to order, you don't that week. You could order 1, you could order 100. The more you order, I mean, it gets down to
the less weight you'll lose.
Well, yeah,
I'm just being silly.
depending on how you eat them. Yeah,
exactly. All at once.
Yeah,
Chase.
if you eat 3 per meal. Yeah,
exactly.
No, but the more you order up to a certain point, you actually get a cheaper meal. Per meal.
Cool.
So it's just over $7 is the
Perfect.
is the meal. Which you go online to any of the ones that ship them to you, which we do not. You pick up in store for us for now at least, but you're paying $12-15 a meal.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, support local, buy from us, you'll save some money. And we got real teams right here in the communities we talked about that are growing, and we're trying to support them too.
Well, I mean, look, obviously I work for a place that's very tactile, reinforced, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to come in here to have the experience a little bit, but I felt the same way going in anywhere, right? And I'm how shall I say this politely? Probably not a polite way to say it, so I'll just put this on me. I'm aggressively anti DoorDash and the food delivery services. In that I'm like, I've heard so many not rumors rather, but details from business owners who are like, it's a little hard for us.
Yeah.
The cost is going both to the local business owner and to the person. My long and short of it being just go into the store. Yeah. And while I was there, and I've been to the Newport location before, right? But while I was there, I was like, oh, I didn't know about those crunch bags. I didn't know about all this other stuff that you were doing in there. And now I'm like, all right, when I come back, there's a little, I did a little prep work.
Yeah.
You can read a menu all day long. What does it mean?
Yeah. Well, and to that point, I think, convenience is great.
Sure.
But if you really want to lose weight, or you really need education and help, I mean, come into the store, talk to us, because we can help point you in the right direction and really come up with a plan that works for you, so that, guess what, 3 months from now, you're not still thinking about, man, I still need to lose 20 pounds, because you've already started and you're already on that path.
Love that. Yeah, and I mean, I think you make a great point about the education. And look, and for me, I mean, I'm in a store, I'm walking all day long, but I know a lot of my friends and other people in similar struggles, as it were, they're not walking 15,000 steps a day. I'm privileged that I have that as an option, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, every opportunity you have to go walk around a store, maybe take it.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like it sucks. Everybody, I don't know, I feel like everyone in my life is just like, I'm too tired to do anything. And I'm like, I'm tired too, but I feel like I have to do things. Otherwise, I'll be 100 years old suddenly.
Yeah. It's amazing. It is one of those things. You don't use it, you lose it. And
for sure.
Yeah, as we get older too, you see it, just happen faster and faster. So I tell people, it's very similar. I tell people all the time, park further away. Mm-hmm. If you're only going up 3 floors, walk, take
Yeah.
the stairs, don't take the elevator.
For sure.
All those little things add up, and
That's how you survive a cruise ship too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, don't take the elevators. You'll thank me. You know,
Yeah.
like why? I'm like, trust me.
Yeah, no, that stuff adds up, and
It
you know,
does.
I'll shout out my father-in-law too, because he's he's on the move all the time doing something.
Yeah.
And he can do things that most people, you know, his age, he's not that old, but most people his age are like, I don't know how you do that. I don't know, like
Yeah.
I'm tired. I gotta go sit down. It's like, well, I'm always doing something.
Right. I never stopped long enough to find out how good the other version
Right.
is.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a power move.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Oh my gosh. So you mentioned before that you both had like similar end goals here. What's the vision? What's like where's point Z for you all?
Retired on a beach with a drink in my hand.
Sounds amazing. I'm in.
Yeah.
Let me know if I can either A, be a part of it, or how do I get there?
Yeah. No, you know, this has come up several times, and it's really our goal with the business right now is to make Cincinnati one of the healthiest cities in the country. And, you know, being in the Midwest, very far from that just naturally.
Sure.
So
Not something we're known for.
not something we're known for.
Yeah.
And if we could start pushing the needle in that direction, I mean, that's our goal.
Yeah.
How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, I just like making an impact in lives. And I don't think that I'll ever stop doing that. That'll be a full-time job the rest of my life.
Good.
So,
You're on call.
yeah. I mean, it's cool when you are, and this is my first time owning a business, and you can see real impact you make in your employees' lives.
Sure.
It's a business that I have seen and heard testimonials of where it's made a difference in their lives. We've partnered with organizations like the Greater Cincinnati YMCA. We've partnered with organizations like the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. We've partnered with the Cincinnati Police Department.
Yeah.
We're partnering with people and organizations that I can see where there's a path to us making that impact in the long term. And it doesn't happen just overnight. You can put as many plans as you want on paper.
Sure.
It's a matter of actually just doing, right?
Of course.
And so I don't know. I don't know what the future fully holds. I just know one foot in front of the other.
Right.
And continue to chip away and go in that trajectory.
Yeah, I love that. No, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about this business and my Orange Theory business is what we do is for Clean Eats, we change lives. That's our slogan for Orange Theory. We give people more life, right? So very interconnected there.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
But it's easy to get behind it for me as an owner and sell this because it works. And, you know, what you get as a customer is you get healthier.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I'm not like a sleazy car salesman at all trying to sell you a car that's going to break down in 3 months. I know that if you do this, we are going to change your life. You are going to have a more vibrant life.
Yeah.
And you're going to be happier at the end of the day.
Well, you nailed it earlier about there not really being a silver bullet in this space. And that's like one of those things that, well, you can imagine I see it here with a lot of like food trends constantly. And I'm like, look, I'm not saying it won't work, but it's just like everything else. At the end of the day, it's like an input-output game. Yeah. You're like, listen, you know, it's like get the good diet in there, get a little activity going, and you'll see some results, right? And what I thought was so great about the menu with you all is that it was both familiar and comfort foods that existed on there. But again, put together in a way where it was like, listen, you don't need an entire bucket of this mac base, right? Yep. The correct amount is fine, you know? And again, it was just, you know.
We say often that it's, and I don't know if Will coined this term, maybe it's where I'm going, but it's healthier versions of foods you already love and eat.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And that's all it is we're not trying to shove, you know, something that's disgusting down your throat. We made it with healthy ingredients. We're not adding anything to it. Yeah. We're portioning it correctly, and guess what? It tastes great.
Yeah, I mean, we partner with St. Elizabeth
cool.
Weight Management, and they give out their our menu and flyers to every one of their new patients. And what they say is convenience, affordability, and flavor are the three biggest barriers. And I would say that we make all of those, other than delivering to your door.
Sure.
We really overcome all of those barriers.
Yeah, well, you're getting the steps in. That's what I'm telling everybody.
Yeah.
No, you will see. I won't do it because I just met you guys and I don't want this to cause you a problem. But I'm like, I am not kidding about being very aggressively anti-convenience. If you can, right? Like
Right.
there are obviously,
Yeah.
you know, someone's going to be like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, no, I'm handicapped too. Maybe not as severely as some, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, for a lot of us, we got to just get out there and do it stuff. And in a world where everyone's mad about the, cost and affordability being a big one, you're adding 30% on both sides with a lot of those things. You're picking it up and they're picking it up.
Yeah.
If you don't have money, maybe just take a drive 5 minutes to the store near you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like we could go.
Oh, we could do a whole show about
I was
that.
gonna say, but
Look,
we'll
I might
leave
be
it there.
big, but there's a small man inside of me who's screaming to get out at all times. And sometimes the big man screams too. So.
That's awesome.
No, I was really impressed with the lineup. And I mean, I know you looked at the TikTok too, but it was funny to see how many people were just raving about the buffalo chicken too.
Yeah.
So now I know about your special order with a little extra sriracha.
There you go.
I'll
Throw it on
I'll
there.
find room in the macros for that.
Yeah, that's right.
So you guys are officially open. What are our hours looking like over there at Eastgate? I know that was a question. I was like, I think I shot it in the video, but maybe not quickly enough to really answer it.
Yep. So we're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. So 11 to 8 Monday
Okay.
through Friday at the Eastgate location. We're actually open an hour later because we saw how much traffic is going over there.
Sure.
Going on over there that we decided we're going to stay open an hour later than we do at other locations.
Okay.
So 11 to 8 Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 on Saturday, Sunday.
Perfect. Good time to pick up. Yeah, I mean, I was really impressed with the lineup of options. I mean, I saw the breakfast options now too,
Yeah.
and then you mentioned the pizzas before as well. It's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, and they're cauliflower crust pizzas, which
cool.
again, picky. I thought I was gonna hate them.
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great. The breakfast sandwiches we make, I love those.
Cool.
My wife loves. We got a great chocolate waffle, like a chocolate chip waffle. That all these things. Again, they're things you already love. They're just a little bit healthier for you and portioned correctly. So
I think that's actually a big thing I notice a lot in the. I'm speaking for all fat people today as the ambassador for the fats. But that is a big thing too, though. I mean, I got lucky in that I grew up around a lot of fitness minded people, and then I was just like, well, I can't do a lot of these physical activities. I'll figure it out. But so many of those healthy options sometimes aren't always amazing. But again, you won't know. You really won't know that it's like you did do a little bit of magic and tricking me. I'm like,
yeah.
all right. I'm up for a magic show now.
Yeah.
So
Like to
especially
take-
if there's brisket involved.
Like to take credit for that, but we got really smart people at the corporate office that really think through and figure out and source the best ingredients for all this stuff, and they do the magic. We just deliver it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, at least have it set up for pickup. Awesome. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you coming and taking the time. Before we do wrap up, though, can you all think of any other use cases this might really be good for that people, obviously we focus on the fitness end of it, but I imagine there's probably other good use cases for this kind of thing. Have you guys run into any unique situations that people have used it for?
Yeah, we have a lot of people that they are coming to get meals for other people.
Okay.
Or in just situations where they're like, hey, this person they just had surgery.
Sure.
Or they, are restrictive on their diet. Or it's an elderly parent that you want to make sure they're eating healthy when they're not there. And so they'll go and pick up meals to load up the fridge or freezer for those individuals in order to be able to meet their needs and feel good about what they're eating, what they're providing, and the variety, right?
Yeah, for sure. Go full meal train.
Yeah, or even for yourself. I was just talking to our babysitter about this morning, and they just remodeled their house and they did their kitchen, right? So they were without a full kitchen for like 3 weeks. Perfect time. You can still plug a microwave in. You eat those meals, or maybe you just moved into a new place, right? We all know when you move into a place that you're ordering pizza, right?
Sure.
Pizza and beer. And so if you had some of these, that's quick and easy.
Sure.
There's so many areas where it's just like, let's just grab a couple of these meals so that we don't have to maybe stock up on everything right now, but let's get through a few days.
Do you, along those lines, you do catering as well?
Oh, we do. Yeah, that's a great question that we should have touched on. But catering is exploding right now. So we have one person that is figuring out all of our catering, but we have options that work for everyone. There's a catering menu online.
Okay.
But we love to work with the individual companies or parties or whatever to come up with a plan that works for you.
We've done sports teams. We've done, at the professional level.
Sure.
We've done high school teams. We've worked with doctors' offices, of course, and just your everyday offices. And we've done individuals where they're looking for something to serve a group. So.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, smart idea. Love it.
Yeah.
blown up right now. Well, welcome to the neighborhood, of course, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
to be here.
well, look, I'm just hoping you'll open one here so that when I'm not at Eastgate, I can also pick them up over here. As much as I'm like, I'll take the drive, and then I'm like, okay, until it's inconvenient to me, and then I've suddenly all of my everything I stand for just gets washed away.
As long as you have a fridge or a freezer and a microwave.
Perfect.
Pick them up at Eastgate.
The big
bring
3.
them over here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, welcome, gentlemen. Congratulations. Yeah. And thanks so much
again.
for playing. It's been fun.
Thanks,
Thank
Mark.
you.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Come meet me at Clean. I was going to say Thursday, but I actually just realized I won't be there Thursday. But come over on a random Thursday and meet me for lunch at Clean Eats over at Eastgate. Gentlemen, thank you again. I really appreciate it. And to all of you watching and tuning in, thank you so much for watching the show. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening only, tune into us on YouTube because we make a bunch of weird stuff over there. And I would love for you to watch more of me, which sounds way more egotistical than I intended, but we're here. In the meantime, I'll see you out there in the aisles.
The Jungle Gyms podcast is recorded in the WJJI studio inside Jungle Gyms International Market in Fairfield, Ohio. The Jungle Gyms podcast is produced and hosted by Mark Borison.